Haven't we all fantasized that our dream vehicle could do anything, go anywhere? Daydreams have a habit of playing funny tricks on us. But even when they come true, our dreams are often poles apart. One driver just wants to have fun with his vehicle, while another has to earn a living with it. Maybe by transporting big, heavy loads or fragile goods, or maybe persons, as quickly, safely, comfortably, and reliably as possible. The VW range of transporters and buses is so wide that even the most outlandish dreams can now come true. Of course, they can't snorkel and they can't hover. They're not cross-country vehicles, but now they are available with four-wheel drive under the name of Syncro. And four-wheel drive increases their safety value in all sorts of transport and driving situations. Normal vehicles have only one drive axle, either the front or the rear. The maximum propelling power, or traction, is proportional to the load on the drive wheels and the coefficient of friction between the tires and the road surface. The rear engine, rear wheel drive configuration used so far in the transporter and bus provides good traction and handling with both loaded and empty vehicles. The Syncro has the same positive qualities, including the same driving and suspension comfort. But in addition, it's almost twice as powerful as a two-wheel drive vehicle. This makes it a fast, comfortable and safe road vehicle with excellent off-the-road capabilities. The enhanced driving power enables the Syncro to negotiate much steeper inclines, particularly on unmade roads, such as this rubble track on a military testing ground. And in addition, it can cope with bigger trailer loads, even on such difficult terrain as this damp grass. Its permissible brake trailer load is 2 tons. The four-wheel drive pulls it through even the stickiest mud. And neither snow nor ice can impair its maneuverability. In situations where two-wheel drive vehicles would have to adopt snow chains, the Syncro can do without them. In everyday situations, such as turning into an icy side road where a two-wheel drive vehicle might get into difficulties, the Syncro has the edge on the others. The Syncro drive concept for the transporter and bus represents a principal breakthrough in four-wheel drive engineering. The engine, clutch, transmission and rear axle differential form a unitary block. The front axle is driven by a propeller shaft, and the new idea here is that it works without engaging lever, without transfer box, and without an interaxle differential, but by engaging a new type of fluid coupling which is accommodated in the front axle housing. And this is how the new coupling works. The torque is transmitted without wear and tear by fluid friction acting on a number of plates, which connect the input and the output shafts together as soon as their respective turning speeds begin to differ, or the revs exceed a certain value due to wheel slip. The fluid is a high-viscosity silicone oil. On the one hand, this new type of coupling acts like a differential to eliminate power discrepancies by allowing the front wheels to run freely so long as the front and rear axles are turning at roughly the same speed. On the other hand, the engine torque can be applied up to 100%, the only limiting factor being wheel slip. What does this mean from the handling point of view? The Syncro's drive automatically adapts to the best possible power transmission rating without the driver having to think about it. This is a great advantage when driving under rapidly changing road conditions. When cornering, vehicles need special mechanisms to pull them round the tightest bend. On any lock, the outside pair of wheels have to travel a longer distance round a greater circle than the inside pair. The freewheeling front axle of a rear-wheel drive vehicle presents no problems. The wheels turn independently at the right rolling speed. But wheels locked to one another via the drive always need a differential. Four-wheel drive vehicles require an additional differential on the second drive axle. And vehicles with continuously operating four-wheel drive have to have a master differential as well. But differentials have one snag. If the power to only one of the wheels is lost, when for instance it slips on ice, or it loses ground contact in rough terrain, the drive to all four wheels is interrupted. But not in the case of the Syncro. It can be supplied optionally with a differential lock on both axles. This enables it to master the trickiest situations. The locks are easy to engage or disengage pneumatically while in motion. A tip for the four-wheel drive novice. The front axle lock should only be engaged for off-the-road driving on broken ground, because on a smooth, grippy surface, the steering resistance is higher due to reduced wheel slip. The driver's forward position is favorable in off-the-road driving, as there's no projecting bonnet to obstruct his frontal view. The sophisticated engineering of the bus chassis has been modified to meet the challenge of four-wheel drive, but its excellent handling has been fully retained. 50 millimeters more spring travel give the Syncro greater ground clearance, and for a comparable vehicle, it has unsurpassed riding comfort both on and off the road. This is going to open up new applications for it worldwide. The 5 cubic meters of loading space in the transporter van, coupled with its 1-ton payload, or the spacious accommodation for 9 passengers plus baggage in the bus, give the Syncro the edge on its competitors. The vehicle's power-to-weight ratio is extremely favorable too. A range of rugged, high-torque, water-cooled flat engines enable the Syncro to cope with the toughest possible terrain and give it a top speed of 80 mph on the level, even with the basic motorization of 57 kilowatt. The model range is unique in four-wheel drive cars. Every presently available transporter and bus model can now be supplied as Syncro with all extras. For special purposes, the Syncro is available with manual four-wheel drive shift, and an optional version with 16-inch wheels as well. The Syncro is not an either-or type of vehicle. The Syncro is a fast, safe and comfortable road vehicle with good off-the-road capabilities too. The Syncro puts the power of all four wheels firmly on the ground. It keeps right on to the end of the road, and then some more.